Your subject, income taxation, week 9. Ano yung week 9? Week 9, yun yung under sabi ko sa LMS nyo na makikita nyo rin naman doon. So again, I'm your OLC. I'm Nicanor Asuncion from AB Las Piñas. Okay? Now, first and foremost, income tax. No? In your week 9, what we're going to discuss here are the different exemptions for individuals. Are you aware how much tax is being imposed by the government to its citizens? Kunyari nagtrabaho na kayo. Alam nyo ba magkano ang kinakalta sa sweldo nyo para sa tax nyo in terms of percentage? Are you aware of that? Priscilla, do you have any idea?
Hula lang po, sir, 30%.
Saan mo binase yung hula mo? That's a very good guess.
Kasi po, ang alam ko po kasi sa senior citizen.
Oh. Hindi ka pa
Parang
naman
ganun
senior
po.
citizen na, bata ka pa. Ba't alam mo sa senior citizen?
Nabasa ko rin po kasi dito eh. Sa
Okay.
ano.
Okay. So every time na sasahod ka, every time you get your income, what's your understanding, Priscilla? Every time you get an individual would get an income, automatically 30% will be subtracted from his or her income and automatically goes to the government in the form of tax. Ganun ba pagkakaintindi mo?
Parang hinahati-hati po kasi yun eh.
Paano hinahati-hati? Saan hinahati-hati?
Hindi ko po kasi alam kung kasama yung dun sa, kunyari, sa may pag-ibig o kaya sa ano.
Yun yung mga deductions from your income. If you're an employee, every time you receive every time you receive your salary, there will be deductions. So under deductions, nandun yung SSS, nandun yung pag-ibig, di ba? Parang ano yun eh, automatic. That is our obligation to the country, no, or to the government. Isa sa mga deduction doon, yung sinasabi nating income tax. Okay? Tanong ko kay Priscilla kanina, what is your understanding about the 30%, so to speak? Automatically ba dinideduct yon? Yes. And how much percentage? Yes. How much percentage? 32%. Okay? Now, I'm just trying to lay down the premise para magkaintindihan tayo ano tong income taxation. From the term itself, income. Ano ba Tagalog ng income? Sweldo. So yung sweldo mo daw, yung sweldo mo daw, meron tax yun. No? Na sabi ko 32% automatically. Now, when the administration of Duterte took over the government in 2016, after a year or so, there's a parang order from Malacanang, from the executive department. Those who are earning minimum wage are exempted to pay their income tax. So laking bagay nun. Kasi when you graduate, di ba, graduate na kayo, you will apply for a job, then you will land a job. As a new college graduate, normally, minimum wage pa lang ang binibigay sa atin. Although you are working in a bank, but you're a fresh graduate, no experience, minimum wage pa lang ang binibigay sa atin. So, from that order of the executive department of our government, malaking bagay yun. Before, 32% kakalta sa sweldo namin. Pero kung minimum wage earner, nowadays, exempted. And laking bagay nun. For 1,000, for example, para mas madaling computein, for us to have an idea how much is the 32%. For example, for every 1,000, ilan ang 32%? How much?
320.
Very good, Oliver. Oh, very good, Oliver. 320. Imagine sa 1,000 lang yun ha. Eh paano kung 10,000? O, 320 times 10. Oliver, magkano yun?
3,200.
Oh, see, 3,200. Yung iba nanghihinayang. Pupunta lang yun sa tax. Pinagtrabahuhan ko yun, kakaltasin. But that is the rule. Hindi lang naman dito yan sa bansa natin. For every sovereign state, for every government, we have to pay our corresponding taxes. After all, why do we need to pay tax? What is the point there? Ruby Ann
Ay.
or Lina? Why do you think citizens of a certain country need to pay tax? Why do we need to do that?
Kasi ano din po yan to develop din po yung bansa and for expenses din sa mga projects.
Okay, very good. Because government needs funds. And where does the government would get its funds? From the taxes. Now, when you talk about taxes, there are different types of taxes. Isa lang to. Alin? Yung income tax. Actually, kahit di ka nagtatrabaho, nagbabayad ka ng tax eh. In what form? Or how? Although you don't have income yet, but as a person, day-to-day activities, daily activities, you pay tax.
Yes po.
Indirectly. How?
Pag kumakain ka po sa labas, kunyari sa mga fast food, di ba po nagbabayad ka po ng tax sa pagkain? Meron
Yun.
pong VAT.
Very good, Priscilla. VAT yun, di ba? Value added tax. So, makikita yun sa resibo. Bumili ka lang sa mini-stop, di ba? 7-Eleven, you can see there the amount. For example, the amount of that product is only 78 pesos. And yet, they charge you for 100. Why? Because 22% of that is VAT. Nakalagay naman dun eh, di ba? Okay? So my point is, I'm just trying to lay down the premise, the importance of tax. And there are different types of taxes. Now, as citizens, why do we need to contribute or to pay our taxes? Precisely because we have to fund our government. That is where they get their funds, through the taxes. Sabihin mo sa akin, sir, kinukurakot lang naman eh. Hindi naman ginagamit sa tama eh. That's beside the point. That's another topic. But what we're here to discuss are the legal things. What are those legal things? Yung mga taxes nga. Again, 32%, sabi nga ni Priscilla, kanina 30, kulang lang ng 2. 32% goes to your income tax. Kung medyo mabigat, mabigat talaga yon. Sabi nga ni Oliver, for every 1,000, 320 yun. Ang dami mo na magagawa sa 320. May maririnig ka pang katwiran yan. I work for that. That's my money. Correct. You work hard for that and yet you have to pay or contribute to the government funds in the form of tax. Specifically, yung sinasabi nating income tax. Nandiyan naman. Teka lang ha. Yan. Nandiyan naman. What is income tax? Priscilla, can you please read income tax?
Income tax.
Maliit ba? Maliit.
A tax imposed on individuals or entities that varies with respective income or profit.
Okay. A tax imposed on individuals or entities that varies with respective income or profit. Pag sinabing varies, nagkakaiba. Pwedeng salary earner, pwedeng wage earner, basta nagkaroon ka ng income, ng kita. Okay? A tax imposed on individuals or entities. No? Varies meaning different forms of income. But the point here is automatically, for every income, you need to pay corresponding taxes, which is 32%. Then again, I have to emphasize a point. I have to reiterate, during this administration, kapag minimum wage earner ka, automatic ka na exempted ka na to pay your income tax. By the way, how much is the minimum wage nowadays? Are you aware?
I think po sa construction worker or
Yeah, minimum wage earner yon. Magkano?
500 something a day.
Yan, mga ganyan. 520, mga ganyan, di ba? Sabihin mo sa akin, sir, ba't dun mo binatay yung sweldo ko? College graduate ako, sa bangko ako, bakit minimum wage? Ita-times mo lang yon. Yung 520, probably times 15 for your, half of the month that you've worked for. Considered ka pa rin as minimum wage earner. Hindi ko sinasabi na hinahalin, of course, I don't have anything against with construction workers. Kaya lang baka sabihin mo, ba't dun ko binase? Kasi dun malinaw yung minimum wage, 520. Okay, so i-times mo lang yun ang magiging sahod mo. Pag palagay mo 30, o di 520 times 30, minimum wage yun. Okay? Now, that is what income tax is, a tax imposed on individuals for the income that you have earned. What about individual taxpayers? Natural persons with income derived within the territorial jurisdiction of a taxing authority. These individual taxpayers are classified as citizens and aliens. Meaning, in individual taxpayers, ine-emphasize lang dito yung territorial jurisdiction of a taxing authority. Sino yan? Territorial jurisdiction of taxing authority. What authority or who authority are we talking here? Natural persons with income derived within territorial jurisdiction of a taxing authority. Sino yan? Binanggit ko na kanina yan kung sino yan Oliver. Taxing authority.
BIR po.
BIR, very good. BIR is part of what? Your government. Very good. Okay? So yung taxing authority. For example, nag-earn ka ng income sa Singapore. O sino taxing authority doon? The Singaporean government, doon ka kumite. Yun yung tinasabi dyan na territorial jurisdiction. In Tagalog, ano nga sa Tagalog? Yan, mga taga-Bulacan, magaling kayo sa Tagalog. Pag sinabing territorial jurisdiction, tawag dito, teritoryo. Teritoryo ko to. Di ba? Yung mga siga, bagong salta ka dito, teritoryo ko to. Yun yung territorial jurisdiction. Ikaw may karapatan. You have a jurisdiction within that authority. But sino ka ba? Because I'm the government. So sila yung nagpapataw dyan. Now, sino daw yung mga yan? Citizens and aliens. Yung aliens, wag mo isipin yan yung mga alien na UFO. Alien na nasa Mars, pati ba naman yung papatawan pa ng taxer? What alien are we talking here? It's just a term, alien. Kaya lang alam ko, familiar ka, pag sinabing alien, yung mga sa ibang planeta. Oo. Pero yung alien dito, sino yan? They are what we call, they are the
Foreign.
Very good, Oliver. Foreigners yan. Ang foreigners, sinatawag din na alien yan. Ba't natatawa ka, Oliver? Naghula. Kaya ka natawa, Oliver? Oh, tumahimik ka na. Yeah. Aliens are foreigners. Okay? So let's just make a distinction. Are we talking about citizens or are we talking about aliens? Now, if you are a citizen, you have exemptions sa taxes. Okay? Hindi ko sinasabing hindi ka na magbabayad Exemptions in the form of parang subtract lang. Bawas ba? Ito yung ano nyo, week 9 yung mga personal exemptions sa tax. Paano yung mga aliens or the so-called foreigners? Ano yan, yung mga tao na sa United States papatawan pa ng tax? Hindi. Yan yung mga foreigners na nagtatrabaho dito. Dito ka nagtatrabaho. Di ba pinag-usapan natin kanina, territorial jurisdiction? Dito ka nagtatrabaho. Sino may karapatan dito sa teritoryo na to? It's the Philippine government. Kaya tinataksan din ang alien. Pero may mga personal exemptions. Okay? At any rate, let's just try to lay down ano ba ang Filipino citizen? Sa unang dinig, parang ang daling intindin. Ano Filipino citizen, di ba? Parang, Filipino, sir. Hindi. Tingnan mo yung nangyari sa ABS-CBN. Are you familiar what happened there with the owner? Priscilla? Ano nangyari doon? Talking about Filipino citizen. Dugong Pinoy yun.
Dalawa po ata yung ginamit niya, sir.
Oo, dalawa, di ba? Kinwestiyon yung citizenship niya. Pero, si Gabby Lopez, obviously, was born with the Filipino parents. Pilipino talaga yun kaya alam ba ito na nangyari? Kasi, saan siya pinanganak?
Sa ibang bansa.
Sa US siya pinanganak Yun ang naging problema dun. Paano yun, sir? Dugong Pilipino naman talaga yun. Kung Pilipino yun. Kaya alam ba't na-question yung citizenship niya? Kasi kahit Pilipino ka, pero pinanganak ka sa ibang bansa kasi pag pinanganak ka doon, automatically you become their citizen. Pero dapat yun, afterwards, when he was born, the parents should register the baby or the infant to the Philippine Embassy. Hindi nagawa. So you might say it's out of technicality. But then again, ang pinag-uusapan doon is the citizenship of Gabby Lopez. Ano ba dapat, sir? Sino ba talaga Filipino citizen? Ito, isa-isahin natin. Those who are citizens of the Philippines at the time of the adoption of the 1987 Philippine Constitution. Pasok ka ba dyan, Oliver? Are you a citizen of the Philippines at the time of the adoption of the 1987 Philippine Constitution? Ano ba sakop ng, anong constitution ba ang sinusunod mo sa ngayon? Tatlo kasi yan eh. 1945 Constitution, 1973 Constitution, and 1987 Constitution. Obviously, sakop kayo. Yan ang latest eh.
Oo, sir.
Di ba? So, pag may subject ka na Constitution, 1987 Constitution yun. Kasi kung ano yung latest, yun yung i-apply. Kaya tanong ko, sakop ka ba niyan, Oliver? Obviously, ang bata mo pa eh. Kailan ka pinanganak? 2000 ano, Oliver?
2,000 po.
2000 sakto?
Opo.
O yun. Pasok ka dyan. So, sir, Pilipino na ako. Teka muna. Born with father and or mother as Filipino citizen. Eh, kung ang parents mo, Pilipino, tapos sakop ka pa ng 1987 Constitution, o di dalawang requirements na ang naipasa mo. Paano yung mga, sir, parents ko? Sabi mo may 1975 Constitution. Dyan din, kung pasok sila dyan. Who elects Philippine citizenship upon reaching the age of maturity and acquired Philippine citizenship after birth. Ito yung sinabi ko. Kapag sa ibang bansa ka. Pero tayo, automatic na. Lahat naman yata tayo dito pinanganak eh. In accordance with the Philippine laws. What's important here, class, is your parents eh. Kasi chances are, if your parents are either or both, the father and the mother, Filipinos, automatically you're a Filipino. Sir, ba't si Gabby Lopez? The problem there nga kasi sa ibang bansa siya pinanganak. Okay? Kaya na-question yun. Okay? Ba't ka ba Gabby Lopez ng Gabby Lopez, sir? Kasi alam ko makaka-relate kayo dun eh. Because recently, di ba, there was a controversy. There was an issue, di ba, regarding the franchise of ABS-CBN. Okay? Na-question yun. Kasi as an owner of a telecommunication company, the first requirement is the owner should be a Filipino. Doon nagka-problema. Okay? So, sino naman yung alien? Sabi ni Oliver kanina, sir, foreigner yan. Tama. Alien is a foreign-born person who is not qualified. So, hindi daw pwede talaga. Kaya nga foreigner, sabi ni Oliver. To acquire Philippine citizenship by birth or after birth. Ba't pinag-uusapan pa natin dito yan, sir? Kasi nga, paano kung si alien or si foreigner, dito nagtatrabaho? Okay? Hindi siya makaka-acquire ng Philippine citizenship, but then again, the government has the authority to impose tax on that particular foreigner. Why? Because he's earning his income in our country. Okay? Kaya lang pinag-usapan yan dyan. Okay? Now, classification of citizenship. O sir, Pilipino ako, pero hindi ako dito nakatira. Nag-migrate ako. Paano ako? Kaya nga may classification ng citizenship. You have resident and non-resident. Nandiyan naman. A Filipino citizen, ang resident citizen, a Filipino who stayed permanently in the Philippines. So more or less tayo yan. No? Hindi pa naman kayo ng ibang bansa o nag-migrate. No? Paano yung mga nag-migrate, sir? A Filipino citizen who stayed outside the Philippines. They are Filipino citizens and yet they are outside. So again, more or less, ang pinag-uusapan dito, income taxation, are the resident citizen. Diba? And I'm pretty sure you have relatives working abroad. Am I right? Priscilla? You have relatives working abroad?
Yes po.
Oh, yun. Nagbabayad ba sila ng tax dito? While working abroad?
Hindi po.
Oo, hindi.
Doon po
Oo,
doon po
kasi
sila nagbabayad. Kasi doon po sila
oo. Yun yung sasabing non-resident citizen. Pero alam ko yung mga ibang OFW, parang they have to pay certain tax sa OWA.
Ay, opo.
Di ba?
Bayad po sa
Oo,
opo.
pero may not necessarily income tax yun eh. Parang, I'm sorry, I'm not pretty familiar with it. But the point is, in terms of income, hindi ka tataksa ng ng Philippine government if you're working abroad. Okay? So, kinlassify natin ang citizenship. Sabi natin resident and non-resident. What about aliens or the foreigners? I'm not ano kasi comfortable with the term alien eh. Parang pinag-uusapan natin taga Mars eh. So classification of foreigners na lang sabihin natin. Resident aliens and non-resident aliens. Okay? So obviously resident aliens, foreigners who are staying here in our country, and non-resident yung pumunta lang bigla. Probably yung mga top management ng isang company. Paano yun? Tataksan pa rin ba yun? Ay, pag-usapan natin dito. Now, what about special taxpayers? Rubian, can you please read?
Wait lang sir.
Go ahead. I'll wait for you.
Special taxpayers, those aliens, individuals, or Filipino citizens who are taxed with a 15% tax rate based on their gross compensation.
Okay. Those alien individuals, thank you, Rubian. Those alien individuals, are you using cellphone, Rubian, by the way?
Yes po.
Kasi napansin ko lumapit ka pa, no? So, kailangan. Okay. At any rate, special taxpayers, those alien individuals or Filipino citizens who are taxed with 15% tax rate based on their gross compensation income. Bakit special? Merong parang ina-applyan yan eh, no? Hindi automatic do sa income nila. Kasi tayo normally as an employee, automatic dinideduct na yan eh, ng opisina natin, yung 32%. But there are certain individuals, for example, businessman ka, di ba? Wala ka naman yung income na 15-30, pinapasahod ka. Hindi, ikaw nga yung may negosyo eh. So you will apply for being a special taxpayer. Okay, we're going to discuss this. Anyway, ito na yon, yung personal exemptions. Okay? Pag sinabing personal exemptions, arbitrary amounts allowed by law as a deduction from the gross compensation income. Ito na yung pag sinabing arbitrary amounts, no? Hindi ko sinasabing totally you are exempted, hindi ka na magbabayad ng income tax. No. A certain percentage you can avail of that para naman mabawasan yung tax mo. Tayo nga kanina sa 1,000 lang na pinag-uusapan, 32% is 320. Nangihinayang tayo. Baka naman pwede pa ibaba yun. Baka naman pwedeng 150 na lang. Okay? Ang tawag doon is personal exemptions. Now, how can you avail of that? Wait lang ha, using ko lang tong headset. Yan. Kasi nga minsan sometimes, di ba, parang laki naman, sayang naman. So you gain for personal exemptions. Yan. A taxpayer's child. Okay? Whether legitimate or illegitimate. Wait lang ha. So, pag may anak ka na, pwede mo i-apply yun. Okay? Na personal exemptions. 25,000 yun. Gross for a year. Meaning, babawas naman sa tax mo. Why? Because you have dependents already. Now, when I speak about may anak, child, sabi dyan, whether legitimate, illegitimate, or legally adopted. What are the differences? When do you consider a child as legitimate, illegitimate, or legally adopted? Anybody?
Pag legitimate po, sir, ayun po yung tunay kang anak ng mga magulang mo. Hindi ka po anak sa labas, hindi ka po adopted. Kasi adopted ampon.
Oo.
Legally adopted, yung may papers po siya. Yung
Okay.
illegitimate po, yun nga po yung mga parang anak sa labas, ganun.
That is the
Ayun
term.
po yung ayun
Yeah,
po
yeah.
yung pagkaintindi ko.
Oh, yeah. Pero it's quite demeaning eh, no? Pag sinabing anak sa labas eh. Mamaya mayroon tayong nasasagasaan.
Sorry po for the word.
Pero sabi ko nga, that's the term eh. Di ba? Sa mga Pilipino, di ba? Kasi nga dito, di ba? Masyado nating binibigyan ng halaga yung family, yung kasal, ika nga. So, if you're married, Oliver, ikaw, lalaki ka, parang gandang lalaki mo. O pagkasal ka na, dapat pag nagkaanak ka, dun lang sa asawa mo. Meaning, within your marriage. Bakit sir? Pwede ba ako magkaroon ng anak sa iba sa hindi ko asawa? Oo, yun lang ang sinasabi ni Priscilla. no? Sa kabit. Sa akin, biruin mo naman, oh, your mistress, eventually, apparently, becomes pregnant and both of you would bear a child. Tapos yung bata, lay-lebelan natin ng illegitimate, anak sa labas. Ano naman kasalanan ng bata? Kawawa naman eh. Do you have the same sentiment with me? My point is, oo, hindi naman pinili ng bata na mabuhay siya eh. Parang kapapanganak pa lang niya, iba na kagad, illegitimate, di ba? Kawawa naman, hindi niya kasalanan yon. But then again, when we're talking here of personal exemptions, whether legitimate, illegitimate, or legally adopted. So under the law, kahit illegitimate siya, pwede mong i-apply for personal exemptions on your part. For example, ikaw, Oliver, 3 naging asawa mo. Oh. Pero isa lang pinakasalan mo dun. O yung 2, nagkaanak ka, illegitimate yun kasi hindi ka kasali. Doon naman nangyayari yun eh. Pag na karoon ng anak out of wedlock, ika nga, not inside the marriage, illegitimate yun. But the point here is for personal exemptions. Okay? Legally adopted, ampon. Pero yung pag nag-ampon ka, if you adopt a child, it should undergo the scrutiny of the law. Hindi yun yung kinuha mo lang yung anak ng labandera nyo, sabi mo, ampun ko to. No. There's a process there. More or less, what do you ought to do? What do you need to do para masabi mo legally adopted? Priscilla. Si Priscilla parang may idea.
Kailangan po meron kang legal paper
Yun,
na inampon mo po yung bata na may pahintulot yung whatever side na kung ano yung kung pinaampon siya na ibang tao, legal ba bukal ba sa loob nila, meron ba silang pinirmahan na kasulatan, ganon po.
Aware na aware si Miss Priscilla. Very good, no? Dapat talaga yan may kontrata, may approval ng government, DSWD, and you have the means. You should prove to the state, sa government, that you can adopt a child. Baka mamaya, wala ka naman trabaho, mag-legally adopt ka. Nagdamay ka pa ng bata. Hindi. You should prove to the state that you have the competence or necessary income to raise a child. Yun yung legally adopted. Alam ko may DSWD pa dyan. Okay? Korte. Okay? You should obtain necessary papers. Then again, ano ba pinag-uusapan? Requisites for additional exemptions. Basta taxpayer's child. Kaya dumami usapin natin eh. Kasi ang taxpayer's child, yung child can be legitimate, illegitimate, or legally adopted. Kaya diniscuss ko lang ito. Basta pinag-uusapan dito, additional exemption for the taxpayer. Gusto ko pa rin mag-add ng additional exemption, personal exemption. Ano yung pangalawang requisites? I'm sorry. Ano lang pala to? Sa bata pa rin to. Chiefly depending for support on the taxpayer. Okay? You should prove that child is really dependent for your support. Okay? That is the second requisite. When you speak about requisites, requirements ba? Okay? That you should qualify for personal exemptions. Then the third one is living with the taxpayer. Okay. Now, di may anak ka. The third requisite is living with the taxpayer. Is that literal? Does that mean that your child should be living with you? Meaning you are living under the same roof. Living with the taxpayer eh. Literal ba yon? Sayang si Crisel, gusto kong tanungin kaya lang walang mic. Ang ganda pa naman ng background. Okay. Is that literal? I'm a taxpayer. I have a child. The third requirement is that child should be living with me. Sabi, third requisite. My question is that literal? Na dapat sa isang bubong kami nakatira? Ruby Ann, is your idea? Yeah.
No.
No? So, kahit sa iba nakatira, okay lang?
I have no idea po.
Okay. Oliver, just your idea.
No, sir. Pagkakaintindi ko po siguro yung Basta siya, yung taxpayer talaga yung bumubuhay sa kanya. Parang ganun,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. So I just have to see the others. John Carl, diyan ka pala. John Carl, can you please unmute? Can you please unmute? Yan. Oh, living with parents. We're talking about the taxpayers here. 12 participants na pala tayo. Is that literal?
Feeling ko, sir, oo, sir.
Feeling mo lang, ha?
Opo, sir.
Nagbatay ka
Kasi
sa
sinabi po kasi
pakiramdam mo.
ng living ko eh.
Oo, oh, yun ang dating eh, no? Parang ganun. What
Oo
about the
nga, sir.
others? Thank you, John Carl. Fritz, Matthew. Can you turn on your video? Ew.
Sir, sa tingin ko po yung literal meaning lang rin po na kasamang namumuhay ng mga magulang yung
Eh paano
yung
kung
child.
paano kung yung bata hindi nakatira sa iyo? Hindi ka na qualified?
Sir, sa tingin ko po doon po pumapasok yung ikalawa po na yung pag nagde-depend po siguro sa iyo yung
Okay. Very good. Galing ni Fritz mga tuwiran na. Mary Grace, can you turn on your video? Sir, lilipat po ako computer. O sige, lipat ka. Wala ako cam eh. Okay. May nag-message, binasa ko lang. Si Crisel talaga. Crisel, tumango ka na lang. Dapat ba nakatira literal o hindi? Pag ganon means yes. Pag ganon, no. Dapat literal, nakatira. Tatango ka na lang. May chat daw. Opo. Anong opo? Dapat nakatira. Magkasama kayo parehas. Nasa beach ka pa naman. Wala ako kami. Hindi. Opo. Opo. So, yun. Opo, yung iba sagot, literal, yung iba hindi. The answer is, it's not literal. Tama si Fritz eh. As long as you can prove that chiefly depending on you. Kasi paano naman kung ang parents mo, for example, nasa Manila, ikaw nakatira dyan sa Bulacan, ibig sabihin yung parents mo, yung father mo, hindi ka na pwede gawing gamitin as part of his personal exemption. Hindi lang kayo nakatira magkasama. Tama, Fritz?
Opo.
Okay. Miss Dibdib, Maria Marshall. Hi.
Markel po.
Markel, I'm sorry. Okay. Kararating mo lang, iya?
Ako po yung nag-chat kanina.
Nalilipat ka.
Apa.
Okay. Nakalipat ka na?
Apa.
O, lipat ka ulit.
Sige po.
Joke lang. Okay. Thank you. Ayan pala eh. Maayos ka naman eh. Nandyan naman eh. Okay. Then, not married. Dapat naman yung mag-aano mo, ina-applyan mo for personal exception, hindi pa married. Diba? Kasal na eh. Gagamitin pa as part of your personal exception. And not gainfully employed and not more than 21 years old. So, hindi mo pwede gamitin ng anak mo na more than 21 years old na. At na may trabaho naman. Okay? So, sir, paano yan? You just have to prove. Parang sabi kanina ni Priscilla, for legal adoption, there are necessary papers, documents that you just have to fill in. Normally, if you're an employee, yung HR mo na ang mag-aasikaso niyan eh. You just have to tell the HR personnel regarding the personal exemptions. How many child do you have? Okay? Sir, paano yun? Kung single lang ako. May personal exemption din, alam ko eh. Pero, ito, advice sa akin nun. Since I'm living with my parents when I first work, and my parents are already under senior, dapat daw ang ina-apply ko, although I'm not married, head of the family. Okay? Kayo, apply nyo rin, head of the family, kasi mas mataas yata ang personal exemptions aside from being single. Okay? Now, we're talking about personal exemptions. Diba? I-apply ko yan. What if my wife is also working? Can my wife also use our child for her personal exemptions. Dalawa kaming gagamit. What's your idea, Priscilla?
Hindi po, sir.
Sino
Hiwalay
lang?
po. Kasi may trabaho po pareho eh.
Yun nga point ko,
Ah,
Priscilla.
yung tatay lang po.
Tatay
tatay.
lang? Mm.
Opo. Ayun po ang alam ko.
Okay.
Alam ko.
Mm. Ruby Ann, pwede ba gamitin, kunyari mag-asawa tayo. Ikaw nagtatrabaho, ako nagtatrabaho, o may isa tayong anak. Sino ang gagamit doon sa anak natin for additional exemptions?
I think both.
Both?
Kasi both naman pong working.
Oh, kasi anak naman nila yun eh, no?
Pares naman lang anak.
Oh, hindi naman mabubuo yun kung kulang yung isa. Di ba? Kailangan partner talaga. Oliver, sino? May karapatan?
Both din, sir.
Both? Lang ha. Tingnan ko yung iba. Yan. Miss Dibdib. Sino pwedeng gumamit sa anak natin? Ikaw o ako?
Sir, pwede Markel na lang.
Markel, bakit?
Ano po, for me po both eh. Kasi parehas
Both.
naman po silang parents nung child.
Then again, no? Hindi mabubuo yun kung mag-isa ka lang, no? John Carl. Ikaw o yung asawa mo?
Ano sir, both po. Unless po may sinasabi na isa lang po yung pwedeng gumamit ng exemption per family.
Sino nagsasabi? Sabi mo kung may sasabi na ano.
Ewan ko sir, unless lang, baka lang merong nagsasabi.
Sino nga yun? Kapit-bahay mo. What are you pertaining to? Yung sabi baka may nagsasabi.
Ano,
You are referring to what?
Yung pwedeng magsabi ng ano sir, yung dapat sundin ganun. Example,
Ano nga yun? Ano nga
BIR,
yun?
ganun. Yung pwedeng,
Batas.
yun sir.
Oh,
Oo, sir.
batas.
Unless may batas na
Yun.
nagpe-pertain na isa lang per family.
Hindi may nagsasabi. Baka mamaya si Crisel lang ang nagsasabi. Di ba? Yung sinasabi may nagsasabi kung may batas. Oh, tama ka.
Oo, sir.
Oh, very good. Kasi, rational thinking, logic dictates, both parents can use it. Because after all, it's our child. Di ba? Sabi ko, hindi naman mabubuo yun kung kulang ang isa. So, rationally thinking, both. Pero sabi nga ni John Carl, kung may nagsasabi, baka nga na sinabi ni Crisel, okay, na batas. Ano ba ang sa batas? Ang sa batas, isa lang. Tanong, lalaki o babae?
Lalaki po.
Lalaki sir, lalaki.
Akin sa babae.
Babae. Bakit? May
Akin
dahilan
naman,
yun ha. Hindi dahil gender-based. Hindi, sir, lalaki, padre di pamilya yun eh. Hindi, sir, nanay, ilaw ng tahanan yun eh. Anong logic? Bakit mo sinabing lalaki, ba't mo sinabing babae? What's the logic? Oliver, more or less.
Kasi po yung mostly lalaki naman talaga yung parang bumubuhay sa kanyang pamilya, sir.
Paano nga kung pareho nagtatrabaho? Gagamitin mo nga personal exemption eh. Kung hindi nagtatrabaho yung wife mo, walang pagtatalo. Ikaw lang nagtatrabaho eh. Nagkataon pareho kayo nagtatrabaho. Sino ngayon ang pwede gumamit sa bata for personal exemptions? Yes, Priscilla, madam.
Sir, I think yung mas malaki yung income.
Very good, Priscilla. Very good. So it's up to you both to decide. Kasi nga, i-base yun sa salary mo eh. Hindi naman sa pagmamaliit ah. What if I'm just a minimum wage earner? And then my wife is an executive. Alam naman ako pa mag-apply ng personal exemption. Magkano lang yun? Whereas if it is my wife who's earning much compared to my income, edi siya na. Di ba? But the point is, hindi pwedeng dalawa. Okay? Is that clear? Balik tayo rito. Okay. Yan na yun. Okay. Natanong ko lang yun kasi may mga notes ako dito. Yan. Natanong ko lang yun for us to be aware. But then again,
Can I ask a question?
sure.
What if po, di ba, ang pinag-uusapan lang natin is isa lang yung anak.
Hmm.
What if, 2 or more?
Very good
So-
question. Very good question. Basta isa, 25,000. Dalawa, 25,000 ulit. Okay?
Pwede po nilang hatiin yon na parang yun dun po sa work na sinasabi
Parang
niyo,
sa
sir.
akin, si panganay. Sa'yo, si
Oo.
Bunso. It doesn't
Yes po.
make sense Markel. It doesn't make sense kung hahatiin natin. The bottom line is, sino yung mas mataas ang sweldo sa atin?
Okay, sir.
Kasi kung mas mababa nga ako, bakit si Bunso yun ang gagamitin kong personal exemption? Magkano lang yun? Ano lang ako minimum wage earner. Doon kasi nakabase. Di ba? Yung kita ko. Kaya ang gagamit, yung mas malaki ang kita. Pwede kung bakit hindi. Kaya lang it doesn't make sense. May wife na. Di ba? Okay? So, very good question. Isang bata lang pinag-uusapan kanina, sir. Paano kung 3? Personal exemptions yun, 3. Okay? Wala namang problema kasi kung isa yung nagtatrabaho di ba? Ginulo ko lang ang usapan Ba't ko ginulo? Paano nga kung parehong parents nagtatrabaho? Di ba? Sabi ni Oliver, sir, ba't ginulo mo pa? Ang gulo-gulo mo naman Hindi, kasi it happens, di ba? It happens. Sometimes the father is working and the mother is working as well. Kaya it's a valid question Who has the right to use the child as use a personal exemption? Okay, sa batas, sabi kanina ni Brad, ni John Carl ba yun? Kung may nagsabi, yun ang sabi. Okay? Now, what about classification of taxes on individuals? Okay? Meaning, ano-ano ba ang pinapataw sa atin tax as individuals? Kasi if you have a business, another tax yun. If you're a company, another tax yun. Pero as individuals, what are the different types that's being applied unto us? So you have normal tax, yan naman, tabular. From the term itself, normal graduated tax. Yun yung fix. Yung sasabi mo, 32%. Normal yon or tabular. Okay? Paano naman yung passive income tax? What do you mean by passive income tax earner? Yun yung mga investments. When you invest something to a company, so kikita yon, di ba? Yung kita nun, may tax pa rin yun. So ang tawag doon is passive income tax. Whatever investment that you have. Okay? For example, shares or stocks. You buy stocks in the stock market. Di ba? Then binenta mo eventually. Yun naman ang stock market Bibili ka ng mas mura and then you are hopeful eventually it would raise or increase its value, then bebenta mo naman. Trading of stocks yun So whatever gains that you have from that stock trading, that is form of investment and you have to pay tax for that. Whatever earnings that you have. And that's what you call passive income tax. Okay? What about capital gain tax? Saan ginagamit yan? Do you have any idea? Capital gain tax.
Business po ata, sir.
Business. Specifically, ano? Crisel, type mo. Type mo. Classmate nyo ba si Crisel?
Opo,
Ah,
sir.
you know everybody.
Ay.
Okay. Yeah. Baka sabihin nyo kasi, ba't ba si Crisel nang si Crisel? Kasi naawa ko walang mic. John Carl, bili mo nga ng mic si Crisel.
Ay, kunin mo muna mic ko.
Ayun pali. Ano lang nangyari? Sira? Okay, saan yung capital gain tax? Miss Priscilla David. You have a nice
Sa mga-
house. Nice living room.
Thank you po.
I can see the
Thank you
paintings.
po.
Yeah.
Thank you po.
Yeah.
Yung taxes po, para po siya yun sa mga properties na
Very
hindi
good.
ginagamit sa
Very good.
business.
Very good. Capital gain tax pag nagbenta ka ng lupa. CGT. Lupa or properties. House and lot, condo unit. Di ba? Sir, tanong, sino magbabayad? Yung buyer o yung seller? Kanino ipapataw yung capital gain tax?
Sa seller.
Okay.
Charot.
Sa seller talaga dapat. Kaya lang minsan, di ba, usapan na ng seller at buyer yan bababaan ko yung presyo, pero ikaw magbabayad ng capital gain tax. Pero basically, it's for the seller. So from there, we can see the classification of taxes on individuals. Normal, passive income tax, and capital gain tax.